Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here tonight for another live. Oh, guys, I am so glad to be back talking with you guys. I really appreciate your support. And as always, just pray, pray, pray. We are the prayer warriors. Welcome, Michael Rodriguez, Iron Ear, June Stanley. Welcome, guys, and anyone else. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and get started with prayer, and I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. Dear God, in Jesus' name, we thank you, Father, for grace, mercy, love, compassion, protection. We ask that you continue to do so, protecting this administration and our country and us and our families from any and all attacks of the enemy, Father, that would lean in closer to you. Let this nation and Israel and other nations have an international revival. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. So we're going to go ahead and I know you guys saw that I have like a thumbnail with an African lady on it, and she is exposing some truths. I mean, it just helps to hear it from another source, because we've been hearing things from people from the American side, but maybe not have heard it yet from someone from the African side of things, because USAID has been made to seem like it is for humanitarian aid, doing good things, helping people that are less fortunate. We're going to get into that later in the video, but I want to show you some very interesting things. Before I get into it, don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit all notifications so that you never ever miss a video that I post. And I'm going to ask that you kindly stick around to the very end, because this video is very interesting, guys. So one thing, I'm going to just kind of list some names here, and I want you to see which one of you knows what this list is that I am giving you. I'm going to give you a list of names and see if it rings a bell. Anthony Blinken, Jacob Sullivan, Lisa Monaco, Mark Zaid, Norman Eisen, Letitia James, Alvin Bragg, Andrew Wiseman, Hillary Clinton, Elizabeth Cheney, Kamala Harris, Adam Kinzinger, Fiona Hill, Alexander Vindeman, Joseph R. Biden, and any other member of Joe Biden's family. Now, I want you guys to tell me, what does that mean that I just gave you? Okay, what does that mean? Do you guys have any idea? Go ahead and let me know. Just go ahead and let me know. Do you have any idea? Let me see if anybody got it up in here. Jen F, what were those names, Jen F? No security clearance. Ding, ding, ding. That's right. No security clearance for those names that I just gave. They're out. And I think Biden did that with Trump when he first came in, even though I was going through some things. I wasn't really following the news, but I'm just excited about a lot of things that are happening right now. So let's just get into some nitty gritty good stuff. All right, let me just cue up everything. You think you have it queued up and then it just goes crazy on you. I'm going to show now. We've heard about the protests, right? We've heard about protests that are anti-Elon Musk. These people are keying vehicles, blowing up vehicles, torching charging stations, and unfortunately they've hurt themselves, some of them in the process, and they are just going crazy against Elon Musk. But guess what? There are people who are countering those protests. We have counter protesters out there, and I'm just going to let you see what I am talking about. Let's just check this out. And it is very good to see this happening. I'm so happy about it.
Hey guys, this is Savannah Hernandez outside of the Tesla showroom in Austin, Texas. And I'm holding a sign that says, "Thank you, Elon, buy more Teslas." And I came to hold this sign because there were protesters on the other side of this barrier. Craziest thing I've seen, this protest was supposed to be from 10 to noon. It is 12:15 and every single protester is gone. Okay, so they have lined up here. They were back here. They're all gone. so quickly. I don't think I've ever seen protesters leave that fast. Despite them being gone, I'm still here to support Elon Musk and support Tesla because I'm quite frankly tired of domestic terrorists across this nation coming and firebombing these dealerships, destroying people's private property, aka their Teslas, and using violence and intimidation to try to silence people. So it's very important that we stand up for Elon, for Tesla, and American business that has created countless American jobs. And of course, this administration, you know what, maybe we go to more of these protests and simply hold up the sign that says, buy more Teslas, we support Elon Musk, to show that the vast majority of Americans do support him, do support what is happening in the United States right now, which is why Donald Trump and his admin were given the mandate.
That's right. We've got counter protesters to these people out here destroying Teslas and trying to make the man lose a whole bunch of money, just burning things up, keying things. People are out here. They act like they don't know the camera. There are cameras on these vehicles. Surely they must know. Are they that deranged? They are keying vehicles. They are out here just bumping into vehicles. They are just so chaotically crazy. It's almost like BLM, but it's not BLM per se. That's how bad it is, guys. That's exactly how bad it is. And I am going to show you some more people that are out here supporting Elon Musk, because see, we've had a ton of people not support this man that are upset. They're out here doing things that they should not be. And this is domestic terrorism. And I want you all to tell me in the comment section, how many years do you think anyone that is doing this sort of domestic terrorism, how many years in prison should it be absolutely proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that they did these things? Let me know in the chat what you think. Here we have some more counter protesters.
Hey, TikTok, all my MAGA maniacs out there, look at this line of dipshits. Look at this line of dipshits. They came here this morning.
Sorry for the language. You know, everybody is not, they give colorful language.
Thinking they were going to get in front of Tesla and take over, but none of these assholes can get out of bed before 10 o'clock. So here we are. We took over the side of the street in front of the great Tesla store in Westmont, Illinois. We may not be the biggest crowd, but we're awesome. We are awesome. We got here at 10 o'clock this morning, 9:45 to make sure they couldn't line up in front of the store. We were actually thanked by the managers and the salespeople inside Tesla in Ogden, Lincoln. So if you're looking to buy a car, come out and support Westmont Tesla. Westmont, Ogden, Lincoln. They're great people. They're Trump supporters. They like what Elon Musk is doing. Join us. We're going to be in Orland Park next week on 159th in front of the Orland Park Tesla. Next week, they're calling for a day of violence and action against 500 Tesla dealers. We're going to show up and support.
They're calling for a day of violent protests against 500 Tesla dealerships, and they actually got this out. Okay, so I want to know where the DOJ is in all of this. Pam Bondi, Blondie Bondi, where are you? All right, because these people, has anything happened to any of these people? Can y'all help me with that? Maybe I missed it. Maybe that just got past me, but they need to be shown a lesson. Okay, and you tell me how many years they should get for doing this.
Tesla, and make sure they don't touch any Teslas. Look at it. I want you to notice something. I want you to notice something about this pro-American liberal group. As I zoom in.
Not pro-American.
Oh, that's why I'm insulting them. As I zoom in, these pro-Americans, they don't have one American flag. Although I did see one sign supporting the Ukraine, but I bet they wouldn't send their kids or grandchildren to put the boots on like I did for 20 years. I guarantee you they won't, because they're a bunch of cowards. They'd probably send their kids to Canada. Come on out, join us. Westmont Tesla, Ogden Avenue, 50 West Ogden Avenue, Westmont, Illinois. If you love Trump, you love this country, you love Doge, you love what Elon Musk is doing, come on out. We're here till about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Whenever the dipshits leave, we'll leave.
All right, so that's that. Now, one of you brought up a comment. Now, I got a proud American. You're saying you meant to say releasing the ban on segregated facilities. A lot of people are saying that this is going to bring back segregation. Could you do a video on this explaining exactly what's going on? I have not heard about this. I have not heard about this. All I know is that only thing I heard about Trump and desegregating things was when, you know, he desegregated Mar-a-Lago, because at one time in Mar-a-Lago, they would not allow Black people there, but he made it so everybody could come. So you're saying he's going to release the ban on, I mean, I've not heard about this. I have just simply not heard about this. Has anyone else heard about what Proud American is talking about with the segregation ban, releasing the ban? Now, that usually when I hear, did you get that off of left-leaning media? I mean, because they'll make something seem one way and it's another way. And it'll be that he's trying to ban those facilities instead of releasing the ban. You know what I mean? I got to check into it. Because I won't be happy if that's true. I won't be happy at all. So guys, let me know what you are. Oh, you guys are saying 20 years. I think 20 years is appropriate for something like that. Oh, Trump just announced 25 years. I think 20 sounds good. That's 25 years is what President Donald Trump said for this domestic terrorism against Tesla vehicles. They think they're hurting Elon Musk. I guess in their mind, they are preventing other people from purchasing, like future purchases of Teslas, because people don't want their vehicle vandalized, whatever. But it's really hurting the consumer more because of car insurance prices. Like the car insurance companies got to be going, what the heck, for people that have Teslas that are insured. But let's see, you have to make an appointment to test drive. But I want to know about this thing. And you said Democrats are now protesting themselves. They are wanted 74-year-old Chuck Schumer to resign. Dems, you're over a decade too late. Republicans been wanting that to happen. Domestic violence, and I'm so tired of it. I want to, yes, I know Pam Bondi, she's not moving fast enough. Hello. Proud American, you said this is new to you. Also, I saw a news headline stating that, but I wanted to get a conservative point of view on this. So you don't really know. So what I'll do is I'll look into it, because a lot of times they'll say one thing and it'll be something else. Or, you know, they really bad about that. The media is not learning. And I am going to shout as long as I can. And we need to get President Trump's attention on making sure that conservative voices are heard without any kind of suppression whatsoever. Okay, we definitely need that in these last and evil days. Okay, we definitely need that. So I'm going to hear this other man right here, another American, another patriot.
Us true Americans have a message for you, Elon. You know, the true Americans that are actually fighting for the American dream, not some communist, socialist bullshit. You know, the ones that believe that what you're doing is the best thing that we've seen happen to this country in a long time. Yeah, definitely not the ones that are out burning your cars. But we just want to say thank you for everything that you're doing. And thank you for putting up what you're going through right now. We know that you don't have to do this, but there is no better person to do it than you. So from all the true patriots of this great country, we want to say thank you. God bless you and your team. We pray for your safety, and we pray that you do not stop until every stone is unturned, until all the fat and corruption are out of our government. You are a true American hero. Thank you.
All right, these are pro Elon Musk people. They are for him. They are supporting him. Counter protesters. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to show. Now this is in Canada, and they're giving their comments on the same thing. See, I've shown videos about people against Elon, so now I got to show videos about people who are for Elon Musk. All right, because I feel like he is doing all that he can to help us uncover corruption. And the people who are screaming out here are the ones that are corrupt. So we're going to have to announce another fast day. Are we going to have to announce another fast day? I'm not sure what day that is. Let me just come up with a good day. I'm thinking Wednesday. No, not Wednesday. Not Wednesday. Maybe Tuesday. This Tuesday. You guys tell me what you think about a fast. And if you want it to be like an all day kind of thing, and we're going to be praying about the safety of our country, and that, whatever whatever God has for Donald Trump to do, that it gets done, no matter what the demons try to do, no matter what, that it backfires. We can pray on that. That's what we'll pray about. So let me just play this clip for you. But let me know if you think it should be an all-day fast on this Tuesday, which would be March 25th.
So what do you think of this anti-Elon Musk, anti-Tesla protest happening right here in Ottawa right now? What do you think of that?
I think it's ridiculous that's happening here in Ottawa, Canada, so far away from what Elon Musk is doing in America. Secondly, what has Elon Musk done to really ruin anybody's well-being or lives to warrant something like this? All he's been doing is he's been creating great companies that represent good values. He's trying to hopefully improve the environment with electric cars, although I mean, we can debate about whether or not the batteries are good for things like that. He just saved a bunch of astronauts from being stuck at the space station. Yes, that's his company that did that. But what's he doing for the American government? He's cutting waste and fraud. He's auditing them. Is that why we're mad at him?
And you know what? That's interesting, because I had a conversation with some of these people earlier, asking them, why do they hate Elon? First of all, they're going to throw he did a Nazi salute. What do you think about that Nazi salute? Apparently,
I think that is clearly a person who is socially awkward, saying his heart goes out to you, and it looked like a Nazi salute. He didn't think that through. Why would he publicly do a Nazi salute even if he was a Nazi?
Doesn't make any sense. So, and they also told me, so I asked them, what has Elon done wrong? And the one answer they gave me is that Dodge. What do you think about Dodge?
No, I mean, so honestly, all Dodge has done is show waste and fraud. Like a lot of it's ridiculous waste, and we don't even know how much of that is people recycling money back in to their own pockets and making it actual fraud and washing.
Well,
money.
That's interesting, because I brought that up to them, and about specifically the backroom deals and the kickbacks to left-wing groups. Because at these protests, even in the United States, look at them. It's a coordinated thing. It's in every city in the U.S. today.
I checked the website
and then there's the 50-50-01 or whatever, the big anti-Trump protests today. And if you look at all of these protests in all of these places, there's not one manufactured sign. It's all these cardboard cutout signs and homemade arts and crafts signs. You're not seeing those pre-made signs anymore. Is that a coincidence now? The USAID is not funded? Like, what's going on there?
Well, I mean, that is an interesting way to look at it, for sure. But I mean, I feel
they're yelling Nazi truck alert as there is a cyber truck coming down. Yes. So we'll get that in a second. But man, what are you thinking about that USAID?
That was the one that was parked around back. Oh yeah, USAID was clearly one of the most fraudulent and wasteful companies in America. But I just, no matter what, I don't understand how Democrats or liberals in general are still looking at and seeing all of this and still think that they're on the right side of history.
I think it's an issue also with losing power. There's a dynamic there, and they're really influenced by what talking heads on TV say. Like, they take it to heart. They believe it almost full-heartedly. They don't question anything they're told. So when they hear this, they get really worked up and emotional. I really think that's the source of a lot of this.
That's what I think. What the reporter said, he's off camera, of course. He's saying people are getting worked up and emotional based on what the talking heads in left-leaning media is saying. Again, this is in Canada, I believe, and Ottawa, Canada, if I'm not mistaken. And people are listening to the rhetoric in the media. And I told you guys before, I haven't said it in a long time, but Satan uses the media to warp people's minds, to bewitch people, to control us, to program us. It's called television programming. And so they're going out here saying he's a Nazi, he's a this, he's a that, and they get all worked up, and then they act on pure emotion. And that is what is happening. And you can tell these people do not have the Spirit of God, because God would not vandalize and do things against the law, wouldn't be burning things, wouldn't be keying someone else's property, would not be doing that. There's a video clip of a man with his vehicle is just absolutely destroyed with all sorts of graffiti on it, all sorts of profanities, just horrible. And I just can't believe they're out here acting like this. They're acting like this, I believe, because they're warning people, don't you buy a Tesla or this will happen to you. Now, one of you just made a statement that is very, very profound, is that this is probably happening in areas where they're saying defund the police, because in California, they don't know how to have law and order. So they don't have law and order. We need some law and order around here, because people cannot be acting this way. All right. It's just absolutely insane.
Stuff that's going on social media, the stuff especially on the TV news broadcast. Oh, Elon Musk is doing this, he's doing this, he's taking lunch away from school children, and they hear that and they get upset. I think that's part of it. What do you think?
And well, honestly, I think like as far as the most recent cut, which I don't know if it was Doge that did it, but it had to do with the education system, the Department of Education. That is one of the things that maybe it would be a lot easier for people to argue, oh no, that's definitely very bad, we're taking money away from these schools. But when you really dig into it, what's that money ever done for the schools? The kids are coming out stupider and stupider and stupider every year.
Well, here comes the Tesla Cybertruck. Let's see how the crowd reacts.
Woo! Go Tesla!
I gotta admit, I don't really like the way those Cybertrucks look. That's really not my style at all. I mean, I've seen them around here, and I'm just like, I don't know if I like that. It looks very futuristic, but I see a number of people have purchased them. In any event, I don't think it's right that what they are doing. And I feel like these people need to get at least 20 years. And if they want to go ahead and get paid, money to go ahead and act crazy like this, because I truly believe with George Soros, and I'm just saying, I'm just going to say allegedly George Soros, he was behind BLM, right? Well, this looks just like another type of BLM. Okay, another type of, because it's having the same outcome. It looks like the college campuses with people taking over buildings and doing vandalism. And then again, with BLM was the same way. And now this with Elon Musk, it is the same exact thing. Over and over, you see a common thread. And I don't think they take into account the fact that we're not as dumb as they think that we are. I mean, we really are not. But I want to get to this lady right here. She's an African lady, and her name is Arikana Chumombori Kwayo. Okay. She was the former African Union ambassador to the United States. Okay. All right. That is who she is. And I'm going to play this clip. Listen very closely to what she says.
We need to understand the real reason why USAID is in Africa. And not just USAID, but other NGOs. You look at DFID, which is the British equivalent, and many other smaller ones. Their sole purpose was to act as if they're coming to rescue Africa. They're coming to fill in the gaps in government services, gaps in education, gaps in healthcare, gaps in humanitarian services. They're coming in the guise of addressing issues to do with human rights, issues to do with environmental protection and social justice. They are coming in claiming that they're introducing grassroots initiatives that are going to help the people. And so they use that as a way to go into the most remote parts of Africa. They're talking about government advocacy. When you look at it on paper, it all looks really good, but they're actually wolf in sheep's clothing. They are using that open access sounding humanitarian to constantly destabilize governments. I can tell you right now, the majority of African leaders, and not just African leaders, but leaders in the developing world, are celebrating the exit of USAID. I was listening to a program, I believe it was CNN, and I was jumping up and down. It was a government official from Hungary. He was echoing the same sentiments. He said they are happy USAID is leaving Hungary because they are always supporting opposition. Their form of government advocacy is supporting whoever can keep the government in a turmoil.
So, Ambassador, let me just jump in here for you. This is a message that I don't think many Americans hear. I think many Americans believe, not all of them, but many of them believe that AID was essentially set up for philanthropic reasons, for dealing with the HIV/AIDS crisis, dealing with the various instabilities in the region, dealing with infrastructure deficits. But you're saying that there was something else as part of that package, meddling.
A major meddling agenda. Major meddling agenda. The majority of some of the workers, now the average USAID worker may not realize it, but quite a few of them are also operatives who are underground, and their major agenda is to destabilize governments.
So their major, she said that these USAID people, this is what she said. Now, I didn't say it. She said they are operatives and their agenda is to destabilize governments. And she said the people in Africa and Hungary cannot wait for USAID to go. They are happy. They are celebrating that it will be gone because it is not doing what it is propped up to do. And I've told you guys, you've heard me say it on this channel multiple times, that Democrats or the left or the evil powers that be, it's not all Democrats. Let's just be clear. You got rhinos, Liz Cheney is up in the mix, but they give it a nice sounding name, like, I don't know, Feed the Hungry of Africa or something. And then they actually give a very teeny portion of that for that cause. And the rest goes to wherever, to these evil causes. As she said, destabilizations of government.
Destabilize countries. If you think about it, their sole purpose, for example, filling in the gaps in healthcare and education. Where is the change? Show me one country that USAID was in and education improved. Show me what country where USAID was in and healthcare improved. The social services they're bringing, it's peanuts. The American taxpayer needs to know the billions of dollars that are being given to USAID, a fraction is making it to the people.
Wow. She said the American taxpayer needs to know that the money that's given to USAID, a fraction is given to the people that it says is going towards in Africa. But the overwhelming majority of this, probably 95%, I've seen 95% goes to other things. And she said herself, destabilization of government. So they're trying to spread this commie thing. All right, I see what they're doing, and they're trying to do it all over the world. And she's saying it is not what it is put up to be. It will be something that sounds good, but it doesn't do what it says. And I told you, I said, these demon rats, they are horrible. I shouldn't say demon rats anymore because it can be anything. But let me hear what you guys are saying. They know the race ticket won't work, so now they want people to attack a man who is trying to help America. Is beyond shameful, but they have no shame in them. Let me see what you're saying, Gigi. Trump lifted a ban for contractors. The General Services Administration lifted its requirement for the prohibition of segregated facilities and government contracts. Okay. All right, very good. Okay. He got the money to pay all of them too. Okay. I think the other solution to stop all this rubbish is go against the fake news narrative. The people who are pushing this nonsense is I feel that, this is my opinion, I feel like George Soros is behind a lot of this stuff. Okay. He is always like the person behind the scenes, and he's very, very, very old. I think he's in his 90s. So his son, Alex, might just pick up the torch. So guys, please tell me in the chat what day you want to fast. We're going to do a whole day. Water only if your health permits. If you have diabetes or any kind of condition, please don't do this. Please don't do this, okay? If you feel like it will harm you in any way, please don't do this. Don't say Linda B told you to do it. I didn't tell you. All right. If you can and it not hurt you in any way, we're just going to fast one whole day, that everything that the evil powers try to do to hurt anything that God will have to be, that it doesn't work. And also pray that the people's eyes be opened and that the international revival happens. It takes place. I'm serious. And that the truth comes out about everything. Not just some things, just say everything. The truth come out, we're protected, and no wars, these wars end, and all of that. Okay. And that the international revival and that the truth comes out that in a way that no one would even doubt that it's the truth. You know what I mean? Because some people will say, no, that's not true. Somebody else say it is true. May it come out beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I want the news media to be a true news station like it used to be years and years ago, and not propaganda. Okay. Not hiding stuff from us, not throwing hate around. That's why these people around here messing with Elon, messing with Teslas and burning charging stations, because they've been filled with hate. They're listening to the spirit of the Antichrist. The Antichrist spirit runs through the media. It goes. I'm telling you, Satan is the prince of the air. All right, we need to understand that. Okay. And thank you guys so much for the super chat. Super chat. Who did that? Oh, thank you, Fed Up Patriot. You're wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes, you know, Soros has a problem. He's got a strong Antichrist spirit in him. He really does. It says what interview of this woman, when and what channel was that on? We all need to post that video everywhere. Yeah, I mean, this video, I got it from JC Okechukwu. If you can look at it I'm going to let you look at it on my screen. This is who it is under, JC Okechukwu. And follow me on all my other platforms, social media platforms that I am on. It's ChatWithMeLindaB. It's the same handle to make me easy to find. I got the same picture, so I can be easy to find. I want you guys to spread this message because we need people to understand. Yes, Linda B, you are on fire. Oh, thank you so much. She's from Africa and speaks way better English than Biden, who speaks mumbling, bumbling. Yeah, I understood her perfectly. You're in for the 24-hour fast. Great. Diabetics and people with health issues can fast TV or cell phones or social media. Okay, if you have diabetes or some other health condition, I know you cannot fast on food, but maybe TV or social media or something like that. All right, but don't do the food with those conditions. I cannot say that enough. All right, yes, facts, yes. Pray to get all wolves and sheep's clothing out of the church. Oh, that's another good one, Iron Ear. Girl, yes. Caleb Bex, just read Doge website and you will be more angry against this Democrat. Can they show us the evidence that they are not paying Social Security to millions of people over 150 years old? I know, right? Because nobody lives that long. We're not in biblical times. There's a guy in Africa who's claiming to be Jesus. Well, clearly he's not Jesus, because Jesus is going to come back not like that. Okay, he's going to come in on a cloud, with a horse and everything. We know how Jesus is going to come back. Pray that people use their common sense and stop listening to the media. Absolutely. I'm from DRC and our family friends work at NGO. The money doesn't help. They need at all. All right. These people have been arrested for domestic terrorism, for setting Teslas on fire. I hope so, because they should be in trouble for that. I mean, think about it. You're not supposed to be able to go around and torch people's things. Yes, we're in end times, Gen F. We really are. I mean, I don't know how much longer we have. I believe the prayers and fasting are working, because everything the Democrats try to do something, it backfires and people are seeing them for their true hatred. I also believe that they're going to find out that someone's praying and fasting, and this is going to make them come back with a vengeance. That I also believe that too. I know I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the Bible talks about this, the Antichrist. I mean, these things eventually have to happen, right? And I know it doesn't, I know. It says Soros hates himself and therefore incapable of loving anyone. He was turning in his own people during World War II when he was very young. I remember that. Yes, he was. I watched the full interview and I agree on some of statements and disagree with some. Thank you, Iron Air. Thank you, Linda B. Oh, you guys are so welcome. The interview was on Al Jazeera. So the interview was on Al Jazeera, that African lady interview. I'm totally in for the fast. Remember, you have people from the West Coast. Absolutely. Yes. So we're just going to do, I just don't know what day. I'm going to say maybe I'm going to do Tuesday, the 25th. Okay. Let's do Tuesday, March 25th, the day after tomorrow. And it's going to be all day. Okay. All day. all day, fast, pray. We're praying that wolves in sheep's clothing be exposed in the churches, that people's eyes be open to the truth, international salvation. We're praying for all of that the truth be exposed about people, and that nothing that the demon rats and evil powers that do work, may it backfire.
We need to understand the real reason why USAID is in Africa.
Yes, I'm sorry that played again. I'm sorry about that. But yes, we're going to pray for all of that. Or the one person that is 250 years old. The Democrats are evil. I stopped listening to Democrats since 1980. But most Black people think that Democrats like them. Wake up, Black race. I'm trying so hard. You know what, Caleb Bex? God bless you. Okay, because I didn't know anything in 1980. Okay. But I'm trying to learn and trying to help people, but they are believing the lies. They are believing the lies, and it's got to be. And I did at one point, so I need to be compassionate towards them. My eyes were open, I think, in early part of 2023, maybe the very end of 2022. And I remember God told me that everything they was trying to put off on Trump was a lie. It was made up. It was made up. So, I mean, I want to share with you something else here. I do want to share with you, and let me get that pulled up. Now, this is Benny Johnson. I like Benny, and he's on the streets. Okay. And I forget where he is, but he is in the streets doing man on the street interviews. Okay. And he's talking to Black people. He's talking to Black people. I don't know where he is. BLM Plaza. Okay. He's in DC. He's in DC. He's talking to Black people on the street. And he's talking to Black people on the street. And he's getting their opinion about the Black Lives Matter Plaza being uprooted. Like it's no longer there. So he's getting Black people's opinion about the Black Lives Matter Plaza. Okay, so this is really good. I want you guys to really, really listen. And thank you so much again for the super chat. Don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications, and let's watch.
Downtown Washington, D.C., or what's left of it, it's being torn up. Much like BLM tore up our country as they raped, pillaged, and ravaged through the nation. We're here to ask Black people if BLM ever helped them. I can't wait to hear what they have to say. Let's go find out. Sir, how you doing? Good. They're tearing up Black Lives Matter Plaza in D.C. now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're taking it down. Does this upset you, or is this?
Because God will be done well, but they do that or that.
Yeah, you don't care.
No.
I mean, Black Lives Matter is always important to me, but if they want to tear it down, let them do it. Yeah, DC, free country, right?
I mean, it's been going on all over the country. Gentrification. It is what it is.
Gentrification. Right now, there's a lot of news about the Black Lives Matter Plaza. They're painting it over and they're just going back to a normal road. Does that matter anything to you?
Yeah, anything you can get back with the niggas, you get them back.
Black Lives Matter raised $100 million. They ever do anything for you?
I don't know.
BLM.
Way more. No, they didn't do shit. I don't like them. Send them to hell. Send them to hell. Send them to hell. Send them all to hell.
They raised $100 million, the organization. Yeah. They ever do anything for you?
I wouldn't say that I got impacted whatsoever.
It's $100 million, a lot of money, man. They raised a lot of money.
They're saying this. I'm here to, I'm not going to lie for no group of people. They lied. They didn't support anybody or help any Black causes or pass any laws at all, period. What are we talking about? The Black who? What lives matter?
I don't know, man.
Okay, then.
Black Lives Matter raised $100 million. Did you see any of that money?
No, never seen it. I never even heard of that money until you told me. 7 mansions is not the best use of $100 million. Yeah. I don't think so.
But they never did anything for you?
No.
Did they ever do anything for you?
No.
Did you see any of that money?
No.
Did they ever reach out to you and say, hey, you're a veteran, we can help you?
Never.
Did Black Lives Matter ever do anything for you? They raised $100 million.
It wasn't for me, it was for them. Yeah, there's no such thing as black no way. You know what I mean? God didn't make black, he made nations and tribes. I don't know where they got that from. That's just, all this political. I don't know what they did with the money because I wasn't involved with it, so I don't know.
Do you think that after the BLM movement, life got any better for Black people?
No.
Black Lives Matter raised $100 million. It's a lot of money. Yeah. Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I ain't see shit of it. I ain't see none of it. I didn't want it either. I wasn't a part of it. So they ambushed the ideology of Black lives do matter. When do it don't? When does it not?
I mean, I think there was some mismanagement actually about the money that they us used.
Little Yachty is a rapper, and he's out saying like they bought a bunch of mansions. They did actually. They bought like 7 mansions.
Oh, that stuff, yes, yeah, 100%. Yeah. If we raise a lot of money, it should be used in the correct way instead of like on mansions and stuff like that.
What has Black Lives Matter done for you?
That's a strong question for you to ask. Especially me. What Yachty said, all they did was buy mansions.
They bought 7 different mansions in 7 different states. What do you think about that?
It should get some more housing for the homeless.
Yeah. Has that organization ever helped you out directly, though? $100 million is a lot of money. You ever see any of that?
I know that the organization used the money to purchase homes and to go on trips. And the owner was a woman, and I actually Googled and saw the home that she purchased, and I've Googled and saw how she spent the $100 million. So directly, the $100 million has not benefited the Black community.
The leaders of Black Lives Matter, they were criticized because they spent a lot of that money on mansions and things like that. What's your message to them?
I would say, hey, you owe me. Cut me my check, run me my money, my Black life, that mattered to you.
They didn't do nothing for anybody. Would you be in favor of investigation of how they spent their money?
Yeah, absolutely. Investigate them, send them out to prison. That will set a precedent for corruption, especially the Democrats. They're nothing but corrupt. They are traitors to this country. Anybody's a Democrat, look at them as a traitor at this point. Especially what Joe Biden has recently done and got away with. Nah, I don't think Donald Trump is as racist as people say they are. I just know the Democrats are very manipulative, and a lot of people don't have voices in our politics due to AIPAC. That's all I have to say.
For you, they were a big organization. They raised $100 million. Did you see any of that?
No, honestly.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. But where it go? Or where it went?
Did things get better for the Black community?
It's same to me.
I tell you, and of course it went to their mansions, but it also went to certain types of charities. Everything that falls under the alphabet umbrella. And you know what I mean. Their money went to those causes. That is what upsets me. Because a lot of things that have the name Black on it actually is not for Black people. You can say NAACP, maybe it's some things that they do, but I'm seeing that they recognize the alphabet stuff more than Black people. And then you've got, of course, Black Lives Matter, which was founded by queer Black women, Soros funded allegedly. So I'm just saying there's a common theme going on. Black people's faces, we're used, okay, to do this dirty work. That's why you've got Alvin Bragg, Letitia James, and Fonnie Willis. We are used. Black people, we are being used so horribly. But you can't tell Black people that believe the news. They don't realize they've been, lied to. Anthony, right, pray for better Christian as faith leader in the White House. Okay. Let me see what you're saying, Caleb Bex. Wake up, Black people. Democrats open the borders because they want to the Black race to have no more use in the election. Yeah, President Trump win on race that doesn't care, okay? Yes. Oh, my husband is saying something. What my baby say? Oh, okay. Black Lives MAGA. That's what I came up with. I said Black Lives MAGA, but all lives matter. All lives matter. Oh, all lives. Yeah. And yes, Caleb Beck is so right about that. But let's see what else they're saying out here. The streets of DC.
We out here. We surviving.
They raised $100 million. Did you see any of that?
Look, do we ever see any of it? All we know is to get taken, funded back, took it again. We don't never see any of it. So, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter to me. You know what I mean? And it's still gonna matter whether they take it or leave it. You know what I mean? And actually, I'm kind of sick of the quote, to be honest with you, because all lives matter. So you have a good day.
Telepathically tell me.
And just a reminder to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications so you never miss the video. I post several videos a day in the late afternoon. Thank you guys for supporting me. We're going to finish watching this.
What has Black Lives Matter organization done for you?
They have entertained me. I've got to see a lot of stuff on people's internet and social media about Black Lives Matter. I have not seen one cause or one organization that has come from the donations that has directly benefited Black America, but I can say that I enjoy watching it on social media. It gave a presence to something that was happening a few years ago. There was a lot of shootings going on overall overall, I do see that police brutality against black people is not the same. It has went down.
What's your message to Donald Trump? He might hear it.
Keep
What's your
fighting, fight for America. Don't let them win. Don't let them take our country. All right, and give me some money too. You owe me.
So yeah, that was like interviews with people inside of the single most liberal area.
Yeah, and this is in DC. This is what is so shocking. I mean, because DC is really like a Democrat stronghold. I mean, it's like 95%. It's like way up there. I mean, the Democrats and the rhinos run DC. The Democrats really run it. But yes, guys, please hit the like button. This really helps me out. Like, comment, share like 10 times. Share. All lives matter. All lives matter. We're going to do Tuesday, March 25th, the day after tomorrow, for an all-day fast. Again, if your health would not permit, don't do it. Diabetes and other conditions, don't do it. Only water. Or maybe you can do like a tea or something, just like a tea, water or tea or something like that. And please go ahead and we're going to pray. We're fasting Tuesday, March 25th about the evil being exposed, so that it's undeniable who's behind everything. We're praying for an international revival, God's spirit to fall on not just this country, but also Israel and all over the world. The wars will be stopped. We're praying for, Donald Trump to be safe, our families to be safe, our country to be safe, no wars, everyone around him and his administration and his family, and also for the wolves in sheep's clothing in these churches, like these pastors, these church leaders be exposed, and who God wants to be the faith leader over the White House. I heard that Donald Trump is born again. One of you guys put it in my comment section that after July 13th in Butler, Pennsylvania, that he asked the Lord Jesus into his heart. I pray that people know the truth about him. I hate for someone who's done as much good as he has to be labeled a racist. I want the true racists to be exposed, and for Donald Trump to be exposed for who and what he is, and for everybody's eyes to be open. We're praying for all of that. Pray as the Spirit leads you. And I really appreciate you guys, but it's crazy out here. It is crazy. It is absolutely saying crazy. Yes, all day fast, Tuesday, March 25th, all day. And we're just going to say, I know there's different time zones. Some people on the West Coast, Rocky Mountain Time, Central. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Georgia. So as soon as you get up, we're starting when you get up that day on the 25th. Whenever you get up that day, that's when the fast begins. And it ends when you get up the next day. So it's an all day thing, all day. All right. Fasting and praying. Absolutely. We're prayer warriors. Yes, if you can do it, only if you can do it. Again, okay? Caleb, you're saying Democrat Party will fight themselves until they forget about civil war. Midterm elections will show Democrat Party the window, not the door. God is in control. He is in charge. Guys, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and end the video, but I do want to, just before I end the video, let me just go over one thing I wanted to share with you guys is, and I know you've heard this already, but I'm going to show you exactly where some of this USAID money has been going. It is absolutely critically insane as to where it has been going. All right. So if you're looking at my screen right now, and it says $1.5 million to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplace and business communities. $70,000 for production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $2.5 million for electric vehicles for Vietnam, $47,000 for an opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a comic book. And these is twins stuff. $45 million to DEI scholarships in Burma, $500,000 to promote atheism in Nepal. See, $500,000, and this is allegedly for all of this, by the way, $500,000 to promote atheism in Nepal. See, I'm telling you, they are trying to spread communism. Communism is atheism. They don't want you to have a belief in God because you don't trust in. If you don't have trust in God, you got to trust in them, and that is what they want. and it's got so many other things like $20,000 for drag shows in Ecuador. This is crazy. Hundreds of millions of dollars to fund irrigation, canals, farming equipment, and even fertilizer used to support the unprecedented poppy cultivation. And ooh, really? Okay. $2 million promoting tourism to Lebanon, $20 million for a Sesame Street show in Iraq. And I bet you it's the Alphabet Community Sesame Street show. So that's what I wanted to show you in case you weren't aware of all the stuff where USAID was using that money. Don't forget that African ladies video. I'm going to show it to you on the screen again, okay? We need to really spread this around. This is JC Okechukwu is someone who posted this. And this lady's name is Ericana Chihombori Kwao. And she was the former African Union ambassador to the United States. Her words are, quote, "The majority of African leaders and leaders in the developing world are celebrating the exit of USAID." There you go. There you have it. Well, thank you all so much for watching this video. Again, don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that all notifications bell. The one that says all, it'll turn the bell black. And thank you so much for watching. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.